We continue to unlock the potential of every student through a carefully chosen, thoroughly researched and internationally recognized system of imparting knowledge. At Mount Kenya University, we strive for perfection and aim at preparing each of our students to face the future with confidence. Indeed, Mount Kenya University has continued to cut a niche for itself as the most popular private university in the country and the East African region, and there is no stopping. We measure up with traditional academic giants because quality is our hallmark. In the recent 4ICU ranking survey, Mount Kenya University emerged as the 8th best university in the country out of the 59 universities ranked on the basis of provision of quality education. This being attributed to the fact that MKU has ensured that all its programs have been accredited by the various professional bodies. The latest to be accredited being the School of Nursing, where the Kenya Nursing Council accredited the bachelor's program offered by MKU. Mount Kenya University Law Campus, situated at Parklands, Nairobi, has also been inspected by members of the Council for Legal Education to ensure compliance with training standards and regulatory requirements.
When the Commission inspected Nairobi campus, that is the MKU towers in Nairobi, and also inspected the Parklands premises, the two were actually inspected as separate campuses. And they were given accreditation as separate campuses. So we were simply implementing the decision of the Commissioner for University Education that Parklands is a campus. And that is good for us because then we have a director who actually is in charge of the campus, and then we have a dean who is in charge of a school. That also gives the campus room to do certain things that probably the dean would not have done.
The University School of Journalism is basking in the glory of winning the Top Story Award.
The winner, the one going to London for Top Story, it is Mount Kenya University.
Through a competition in which 3 MKU journalism students beat students from 20 other universities to emerge the winners. Their investigative story, Taps of Misery, which detailed the suffering of Nairobi residents in the hands of greedy and devious water cartels, melted the hearts of judges. The competition was organized by Africa on Air.
The competition exposed us to international training, because now we were in the hands of Jonah Lanamu, the likes of Janet Mbogwa, the likes of some of the journalists from BBC. It was quite an exposure, having in mind that we are getting trained by these international journalists.
That indicates that the training is giving them the necessary competencies and skills, and even the attitude, because you can have the competency skills, but if your attitude does not drive you to be self-sustaining in terms of thinking, then you have a small problem.
The trio won a trip to London to visit BBC and Sky Sports offices.
You who is dreaming to become maybe if not the best journalist but be among the best journalists, I'd tell you that Mount Kenya University is the place to be.
In order to keep abreast with international standards, Mount Kenya University has now embraced the new ISO certification after being audited by the Kenya Bureau of Standards.
We are going through the transition because we are moving from ISO 9001 2008 certification to ISO 9001 2015.
Such standards have seen the university attract notable collaborations with other world-renowned universities. one of them being Makerere University, in which the university has already established an MOU with and has commenced conducting joint research. MKU provided a 10 million shilling grant for the research.
We understand that within East African region, there are those health problems that do not receive a lot of funding by the donors. Projects that we are going to support are those that will have practical solutions to address health problems that are affecting communities within the two regions.
Furthermore, MKU's chairman, Professor Simon Gisharu, received a recognition award in July 2018 from Uganda's Vice President Edward Kiwanuka Sekandi. Professor Gisharu had been invited to Uganda by Makerere Business School, where he delivered his presentation on promoting higher education during the 8th Annual International Leadership Conference. The university has also been keen to establish linkages with other universities across the globe and has had high affinity for Europe-based universities, including Vincent Paul University in Poland. Up to now, 3 MKU students from the School of Hospitality have visited Vincent Paul University on an exchange program, and their experience was life-changing.
And the experience gave me a chance to network with other international students, and also in the tourism industry and also the hospitality industry.
We also got a chance to apply for other internships in other countries. For example, for our case, we got a chance to apply for internships in Greece. So I managed to apply for an internship in Greece, and I was successful. I was contacted and I did an interview to go to Greece, and I passed the interview. So I was supposed to start another internship, but this time round it was offered to me as a job. So I was supposed to start in April this year, starting from 15th of April. But I preferred to come and finalize my studies here in Kenya at Mount Kenya University, which was my last semester. Then I go after finishing, that is this coming September.
They go for 5 months to study in Poland, and then they are given full grants for both transport and also for upkeep. And we are also looking at other ways of connecting with other universities in the European Union. We have students who've actually graduated and working there, so they are putting us in partnership with the universities that are there.
The quality of education and the prudent management of resources has seen the Kenyan government continue to place thousands of students at Mount Kenya University through the Kenya Universities and College Central Placement Service. This is the 3rd year running that the government-sponsored students have been admitted at Mount Kenya University.
We are number 1 in terms of the student population that used to come to MKU out of the private institution that usually submit to receive this student. And what I would say is that what makes us become number 1 is because of our quality.
MKU has become a pace setter, and in March 2018, a delegation of leaders from Zambia's Higher Education's Loans Board visited Mount Kenya University to learn more about how MKU and the Kenyan government work in relation to disbursement of student loans.
They came here to look at our strength, and out of our strength, they left very happy because that created an opportunity for them to go back and see how they can improve on their funding by the government.
Technology has been extensively applied in the university, not only to control access of people in and out of the university and other facilities including the library, but also to check on the classroom attendance of students to ensure thorough coverage of the different programs before students graduate from the university.
These have seen a lot of improvement in regards to class attendance. For the staff, we are getting up to 100% class attendance, making sure that the content is well covered.
Technology has further been used to enhance learning in the open distance and electronic learning, which enables students to study from any part of the world online and graduate with internationally recognized degrees.
We have a very flexible way of studying. You don't need to come to class, but you can study online. You'll be supported online through the hotel department.
With a changing landscape in financing education, Mount Kenya University has taken the uncharted path of research and entrepreneurship, which in turn has attracted donors who have awarded the university grants to undertake research. MKU is among 2 Kenyan universities and several German universities who have benefited from a grant of $600,000 in order to enhance training in entrepreneurship among the members of staff. The project is funded by the German government through the German Academic Exchange Service.
We think that Mount Kenya University is already on a very good way. They are very interested in entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial approaches, and therefore we found there was a right partner. So when we approached them and we asked if they would be interested, they answered very quickly and they seem to be very motivated.
The visibility of Mount Kenya University today, it's so good such that they spot us online, they are told about us, and they come to us and we write the proposals and we get the grant.
The university has also gotten grants through the School of Pure and Applied Sciences, which will ensure that the school receives science equipment.
The grant is given by Seeding Lab, an organization in USA, and the grant will bring over to MKU equipment for research, very high profile equipment for research, worth approximately 40 million Kenyan shillings, and this will improve our research activities in the university.
Furthermore, MKU has gotten another grant in form of Carnegie Fellow from Penn State University. Professor Esther Obonyo came to MKU to carry out research on mosquito-proof housing.
This is something that we are now beginning to have a strong interest in, getting engineers, planners, and also architects to work closely with people in public health and also people who are in fields like applied sciences, entomology, to understand some of the things which we can control from a pure engineering perspective.
Through the Mount Kenya University Foundation, the institution has been able to attract grants which have been extended to students with outstanding performance and those from needy backgrounds. Angelique Redemptor Isichaka, a Rwandese citizen, is one of the students who is undertaking medical course through full sponsorship from Mount Kenya University. The university continues to provide conducive environment for learning, not only for the students, but also for its members of staff. The management has set up a center for professional development on the 12th floor of its administration block, the Alumni Plaza. This center hosts the iHub, a center where the students with creative ideas are given an opportunity to nurture ideas using the state-of-the-art machines.
This is where you can belong, this is where you can build yourself, this is where you can create that other side of you that you never knew.
The lecturers never give up on you. When they realize that you have a talent and they realize that you have the capability to become somebody in future as a great person, they actually work on you.
It also hosts a resource center where top leaders of the university are able to study and get leadership inspiration through reading leadership books.
The Center for Professional Development will be a conduit to get ideas from various schools and departments and faculties when they want to develop professional courses for their respective areas. The center will be a coordination hub.
And still on leadership, the university is putting up a 1,800-seater auditorium which will be used to train and inspire leadership among the students and members of staff.
The auditorium will be a game changer in this region in terms of hosting conferences and seminars, because I don't think within the our central region and northern of Kenya we have a facility like this, and therefore once it is complete, we'll be able to not only host research conferences and other types of conferences for the university, but it will be open for access by the community, the county government and other stakeholders to be able to benefit from this facility.
MKU already holds the enviable title of Student Leadership Award, which was won by Martin Owila, a former president of the Mount Kenya University Students Association, which was organized by Africa Youth Leadership Forum.
They're able to enroll you for a program after doing your course or after graduating to be able to engage in various mentorship programs across the country. So it's actually a good thing that I'd really encourage the current student leaders to really uptake of it.
MKU has also gone green in conservation of energy. It has embraced the use of solar power, which now provides energy for the 12th floor MKU Alumni Plaza. Students at MKU also perform well in extracurricular activities, including sport, drama, and music. Due to the supportive infrastructure and inspiration they get from the university's management. MKU has also taken a leading role in supporting teachers in the country and has also sponsored the annual Head Teachers Conference held in Mombasa. The institution also carries out free medical camps once in a while. The latest one was held in July this year. The medical camp incorporated doctors from India. It provided free cancer screening and also screening of non-communicable diseases. The institution's journey has been exciting, with every individual keen to explore all avenues because this is a place of unlocking infinite possibilities.